And you'll never break the chain. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain.
And if you don't love me now,
then you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain. Wow.
Chain.
We should start a band.
Definitely. Go check out our karaoke episode. That one's fucked up.
SoundCloud will now be transferring. We will be dropping all of our podcast content, and it will straight up be Marvel soundtrack karaoke.
We should make one of those.
Dun, 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 dun. I thought that was a song until I got halfway through and realized I was making something up.
Okay.
All right, so we didn't do this out of order, and it doesn't matter because we'll release it in order. So as far as you know, this came after... What came before Spider-Man? It was Doctor Strange. So after Doctor Strange came Guardians of the Galaxy 2, two very colorful films in a row.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
I don't know. This is supposed to be a V.
Zoltan.
Zoltan.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, so this is a good movie, damn it! All you haters that want to shit on it all over the internet.
People shit on this movie?
Yeah.
What do they have to say about it?
I just.
Well, all right.
As we
get another new element into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that is God. Sort of. He's a celestial. Lowercase God. He's a celestial being, and
Ego, the living planet.
And which is weird that they made him Star-Lord's dad, but at the spoiler, are you looking for something?
Oh, I was just seeing what Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 83%, but I was watching a lot of reviews and everyone's like, "Oh, it was fine, but the first one was way better." I was like, "Was it way better?"
No, it's not, because I've seen it a few times now. I kind of thought that, interestingly, on my second viewing. My first viewing, I was like, that was just as good. Second viewing, I was like, I kind of think that the first one is better. But you know why you think that? Is because the first Guardians of the Galaxy takes you by surprise.
Right.
It's got that element of surprise to it that you don't expect it to be as good as it was. And then it turns out that you love it. It's amazing.
I think this is... oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
was going to say, this is definitely a case of the Avengers 2 syndrome, where, like, we loved and were surprised so much by the first one that when the second one comes out, we're comparing it to an unrealistic standard that, like, can't even be upheld. Because I feel the same about Volume 2 as I do about Age of Ultron. I like the vast majority of it, and I think it is a great and worthy sequel.
Right, I really like the growing character ability with Michael Rooker's character, Yondu. I like that they bring in the sort of the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm glad you remember that, because Sylvester Stallone and did you know Michael Rosenbaum was the crystal faced guy?
No.
Yeah.
And then so you get good character ability and character growth with Yondu. You get a lot more with Karen Gillan's character,
who
Nebula.
I don't hate in this movie, which is good.
Did you hate her in the first one and hate her less in the second one?
No, I didn't hate her at all in the second one. I thought she was perfect. I enjoyed her. The whole Yarrow route ongoing joke, I thought was great, and I liked everything she said about what being raised by Thanos was like, and I enjoyed her.
I love that because you see her as like just this twisted, like shitty villain in the first one. You learn more in the second one that she's fucked up and like she's this cyborg creature thing because she would always lose to Gamora and she was forced to get better, you know? And a lot of that is you know, really relatable. It's like just this entire life of suffering. How are you going to turn out, you know?
And she gets on Gamora. She's like, "You wanted to win. I wanted a sister."
Right. Yeah, and feels right.
That's
there.
why I'm saying I
right
enjoyed Nebula in the second one. Ego, the living planet, we get introduced to very early on, and we get to go to the planet before we realize that the planet is him. And Ego doesn't get enough credit as a villain. I think he's one of the better villains in the Marvel Universe because he's twisted, but he's also so focused on what he wants to accomplish.
How fucked up is it with that reveal of all the Peter Quills that he's
that wasn't, yeah,
to, you know, that didn't pass his test, you know? that
That's not even the part I was going to bring up, but yeah.
Oh.
No, that's messed up. There's just a pile of bones of all these alien races that he boned.
he went and planted his seed. Peter Quill being the only successful experiment in that.
His genes as like a planet, and his light was never passed down, and finally was passed down through Peter Quill.
We talked about it in the last one, but soundtrack playing an important role in the film. Our opening song is Brandy.
Yep. Which I now hear everywhere. I don't know if I just wasn't familiar with the song or it just got really popular all of a sudden because of Guardians. It's played.
I heard it a lot when we used to work at the grocery store. That was one of their all-time songs, but immediately
it was actually a plot device in this movie.
It is a plot device. And he actually brings up the lyrics to the song. Ego does. So the music playing more of an integral role in the movie is just another job well done by James Gunn. Ego, total dick. The name fits him well.
You don't think he's a dick at first though? He does a good job of being very compelling and likable.
Right. And Mantis hides her what's the word? Is she in slavery, or how does that dynamic work? She hides the danger from them pretty well until she starts to warm up to them, and then she's like, you guys are fucked. Run. Mantis being a great character that brings a little bit of a comedy ailment to it. Drax playing off that. Drax thinking that she's hideous.
What are you doing? I'm picturing you and me physically.
Which, under all the makeup and stuff, that Mantis is obviously very attractive, so that's why it's very funny. There's, you learn everything about Peter's past. You learn that, he can't die as long as the planet stands. You got Baby Groot. That's funny. Rocket Raccoon, though, didn't feel as... He's very Rocket Raccoon-y when he stole the batteries and then all those people were after him. But the whole taser face thing, I think that was just played to death. I thought it was funny, but I think that they kept just trying to beat it into the ground. It felt like a Deadpool joke.
It did, but then it killed me when he contacts the golden race. And it's like, tell him that Taserface sent you. And that chick just loses her shit.
Yeah.
And then,
it's one of those ones that they build it and then they kill it and then they build it again.
Right.
And it's, yeah.
But yeah, the whole,
working on that novel.
The golden race, I forget what they're called. And I should know.
The remote pilot ships, and they're like, it's kind of like Ready Player One. It's like exactly a video game.
Aisha, I think, was the name of the main one. I just think of them like rolling the carpet out in the snow.
Yeah.
When she's coming to meet Yondu and it gets like stuck. Anyways, there's a lot of funny little funny jokes in there. This movie, I think, focused more on the comedy than the first one did. The first one's like, let's be funny and tell a good story. This one's like, let's be really, really funny.
And they still told a good story, and they still brought the feels. I think that they did like a good balance of comedy versus action versus the storytelling and the emotional roller coaster. Again, like we see with Yondu's character, moments before he dies.
I'm Mary Poppins, yo!
Is he cool?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yondu, Nebula, Peter Quill, finding out his entire history and then having to reject it,
That's why it killed me when I put that tumor in your mom's head. Audible. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like, why? What? And the fact is that Ego is so detached from humanity because that was his goal. He wanted to learn about it.
Yeah.
Right. And then, but he was so detached from it that he didn't think that would be the deal breaker for Peter. Like,
yeah.
You put a tumor in my mom's head. You killed her. Yeah, let's keep playing floaty ball catch. Like, no. and you
should have killed my mom and you shouldn't have crushed my Walkman.
Yeah, exactly. Good fight scene, good with Peter Quill and Ego, Star-Lord.
Pac-Man, dude.
Ego. Yeah. I would love to see more of that in the future. So Ego claimed that as long as the planet's standing, Peter can't die. I'm wondering if anything is residual and stays in him. This takes place just, a little after the first one. So it's been a couple of years by the time Infinity War comes around. I'm hoping that they say something like, oh, we thought Peter wasn't immortal anymore, but he died accidentally during something like a couple of years ago. Turns out he comes back, or something like Captain Jack and Torchwood. Something like that. I'm hoping there's some resonating
the ability to
power.
cast light or form things.
Some sort of maybe something stays, because I'm just hoping.
I'm gonna build some really weird shit.
He's a great character, but when you think of the fight against Thanos, it's gonna be Star-Lord, Hawkeye, and Black Widow that aren't going to be able to do much.
Well, Black Widow, Cap, and Falcon, just watched a clip where they kicked the asses of 2 Black Order members, so...
They're going to be a help. They're going to need all the help they need, but... Anyway, do you have anything more to say about Guardians of the Galaxy 2? I think it was a great sequel. I think it held up. I think that, I love that we get more character ability, a more sense of that they're not just these outlaws that happen to band together. They're becoming a family.
Right. A family of a-holes. I had a harder time recollecting this than I thought, but I did really like it a lot, and I think it holds up to, or close to, if Guardians 1 is here, then...
It's got to be
2
close.
is circling. It's either, it's just... I don't think it's that far off.
I think the thing is that it's a different film, and that's where people get, messed up about it, because, you do have that circling. Is it better, or is it not? Is it better, or is it not? But don't have that. Just be like, it's a good movie.
That's where I'm at. Same with Avengers 2.
I really got to get my posture fixed, man. What is going on with me?
I'll punch you in the back.
Okay.
All right, so Guardians 2 ran too long because we were trying to think really hard about
That's okay.
what happened. But okay. Did you enjoy it? If you haven't seen it, see it. Let us know what you think, and we will be moving on next to Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yes, that's the order of the films. All right, may the film be with you, and until next time, keep it Marvel.
But mostly stay classy.
But keep it Marvel. Okay, bye.
Stay classy.
Fuck yourself, San Diego.